grind is out to see the song. We'll be making these tunes until the weed is gone. We sonic boom, keep the metaphor going. From the farm to the lab, but you already know it. Another season from the seed to the bong. It's a never-ending cycle, so we never stop growing. Check the style, y'all, I've never been a clone. Cali dad, I got a style on my own. I live in the forest, no shortage on trees. Got a jar in every drawer full of foliage. OG, cooling with my homies on a Saturday. Up in the studio, no matter what the forecast. Gotta let the angels out, don't listen to iconoclast. Put on the boombox, turn up the speakers blast. Flip the backyard, blunt fresh, leaf wrap.
Yo, what's up, Pride Nation? Back at you with another video on today. This is Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell and hit the word all so that you may be able to receive every notification that comes from the channel. And without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to talk about Anthony Richardson on today. And should the Detroit Lions trade for Anthony Richardson? Now, some of us would probably be saying no, and then some of us would probably be saying yeah. You know, I'm going to be on the side of saying yeah, and why not? Still young. Anthony Richardson is what, 23 years old. I think he'll be like 24 in May. So definitely, man, the kid is raw and just needs to be developed, man. Anthony Richardson has the type of talent, man, that, you know what I'm saying, that you will drool over and you wish that you had. The dude has a cannon for an arm. He's a dual threat quarterback. The only thing with him is he got to learn how to slide because Anthony Richardson has been taking a lot of injuries for not sliding. He has to learn how to slide. I know he's a big quarterback. He's 6'4", over 245 pounds. So that's saying a lot to a guy that's big. But Richardson, he needs to work on his accuracy. He needs to develop in some areas of just understanding and being able to go through his progressions and reads, his pre-snaps and stuff like that. He needs to get better in. You know, definitely, man, if the Lions would give this young fella an opportunity, it would be a beautiful thing, man. I don't know who's going to give Anthony Richardson another opportunity. We know that he's going to need a change of scenery because he's not going back pretty much to the Indianapolis Colts, because the Colts today have already put it out there that they're going to use the tag on quarterback Daniel Jones. So Daniel Jones is going to be the quarterback for the foreseeable future. He did do well, man. And Daniel Jones, you know, let's just look at him for a minute, how he was able to bounce back. He was with the New York Giants, wasn't really playing that good with the Giants, and pretty much people started writing him off. And then he got another opportunity with the Colts. And I feel the same thing can happen with Anthony Richardson. The dude is only 23 years old, going on 24, and there's still a lot of work to be done. I wish that Anthony Richardson would probably have stayed in college for another year. That would have did him a lot of justice if he would have stayed in college and really worked on his game and understand what he's doing out on the field. You know, he has the talent. That's not the problem. When you get to the NFL, you have to be smart, too, as a quarterback. It's not just your talent that's going to make you good. It's going to be how smart you is and how good your football IQ is as a quarterback in the National Football League. You have to be able to do that. And then the areas where he excels at really is throwing a deep ball. That is his bread and butter. Throwing the deep ball. Anthony Richardson has a cannon. He has a cannon, man. And he has to be able to learn how to hit those short routes, those intermediate routes. Those are the routes that he struggled with a lot. And playing behind a guy like Jared Goff, I definitely think that Anthony Richardson will be able to better his game, because Jared Goff is probably one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the National Football League right now and puts up great numbers every season, even though sometimes Lion fans get on him about his mobility. But that's the only thing that you can really say about Jared Goff, is that he doesn't have the mobility. But Anthony Richardson has every tool that you want to have in a quarterback. The ability to be able to extend plays with your legs, and the ability to be able to throw the long ball down the field, and just being able to have the talent that he has. So what you're really asking Anthony Richardson to do is get developed a little bit more. You may have to sit behind somebody for a year or so, or 2 years, however it may go, and just work on your game of learning how to be accurate with the short throws. You know, I don't have a problem with him as far as with throwing the ball deep down the field, because he's very good at doing that. But when it comes to those intermediate routes and those short throws, you got to be accurate with the football, especially if you came to a team like Detroit, because you have Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's one of the receivers that get a lot of a lot of those short throws that Amon-Ra gets in, as well as Sam Laporta. So if you was on the team with the Lions, you would need to be able to be a master of dink and dunking as well. So I think that that's something that Anthony Richardson needs to work on, and just working on his snaps, pre-snaps, pre-game snaps, things of that nature, footwork. He can clean up his mechanics, things of that nature. But other than that, man, the talent is through the roof. Would I take the time to develop this young fella? Yeah, I would. But knowing the Detroit Lions, they're probably not going to trade for Anthony Richardson. But it would be nice to have a quarterback that has the talent like an Anthony Richardson waiting to be able to take over this team. Because let's face it, if Anthony Richardson had the talent that he has, and if he was able to play with the team currently that the Lions have, the Lions would be a scary football team, man. Having a guy that can run the football and is mobile, has a cannon of an arm, can make all of the throws, get the ball down the field to J-Mo, get the ball downfield to Tesla, and is able to hit Laporta and St. Brown underneath, and then dump off the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Who wouldn't want to see that, man? I would love to see that, man. So would I trade for Anthony Richardson? Yes, I would. But this is Brad Holmes and the Detroit Lions, and I just don't think that they'll probably do it. It's going to be another team that's probably going to give him another opportunity. I did see the Cleveland Browns is talking about getting him, and I don't understand what Cleveland is doing over there. They're trying to draft another quarterback when you already got Deshaun Watson and you got Shador and you still got Dylan Gabriel on your team. Why are they trying to bring in another quarterback? I do not know. But for the Detroit Lions to be able to have a quarterback like Anthony Richardson back there that's young, that's only 23 years old, and giving him an opportunity to develop and just playing behind golf and until you get your opportunity, hey, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I got no problem with it at all. I would love to see A.R. Richardson get another opportunity, man. I would love to see him get that chance. But I don't know if he's going to get that chance from the Detroit Lions. It probably will be another team that we willing to look at him. Maybe the Minnesota Vikings, maybe the Raiders, a team that needs a quarterback. With probably the Miami Dolphins. They might be interested in him, but I don't know if the Detroit Lions would actually go this way. So, hey, man, you never know what's going to happen. But Anthony Richardson is definitely raw. He's talented. He has an arm. And the only thing that he really needs to work on is being able to throw those short passes and being accurate with the football and being able to slide so he doesn't get injured. That's the biggest thing that's been going on with Anthony Richardson is injuries, man. Injury is keeping him off the field. And then one thing, too, I remember the time where he asked to be taken off the field. He needed a breather. You can't do that in the National Football League and say, hey, man, I'm tired. Can you take me out? No, because if they take you out, you may not ever get in again because they're going to feel like you can't handle the game. You can't handle the speed of the game. You're not conditioned enough for the game. So as Anthony Richardson, that's a big mistake that he made, that you don't ever want to make that type of mistake, is saying that you're tired on the football field. Because if a coach hears that you're tired, then they're going to put somebody else that's not going to get tired, and you may never play in the National Football League again. So shout out to Anthony Richardson, man. Hopes that he gets better and everything, and hope that he develops his game. But maybe Detroit, they might take a chance on him. Never know. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.